Welcome to the Meta. My name is Nate and I'm your host. This is the show where we talk about cEDH events, news, and more here on the Monarch Media channel. Commander Masters has officially gone on pre-sale. A draft booster box is $300, a set booster box is $400, but a collector booster box is only $235. But remember, that's only 4 packs. Still ridiculously expensive. And as a reminder, this is a Masters set, which is a 100% reprint set. These are often used to get much needed reprints back into the hands of players and make these reprints cheaper overall so everyone can enjoy the format. Unfortunately, because of the high price tag that usually accompanies these sets, that doesn't happen, at least for the most needed reprints. Looking at you, Dockside and Ragavan. But there has been some speculation about whether or not there will be cEDH staples included in the reprints. Maybe we'll see Esper Sentinel or the Allied Fetch lands, but who am I kidding? That's probably not happening. But who knows? We'll find out next week, starting with the weekly MTG stream where they are going to kick off spoiler season for Commander Masters. Do you like altars? Well, guess what? We have pretty much the altar for you. It is a Christopher Rush original. For those of you unaware, Christopher Rush was one of the seminal artists for Magic the Gathering, having done a ton of art in the early years of Magic the Gathering, not least of which includes Black Lotus. Also, Christopher Rush is credited with creating the mana symbols, and it's safe to say that Magic would look very different if Christopher Rush hadn't been a part of it early on. Sadly, Christopher Rush passed away in February of 2016, and despite the fact that the majority of Christopher Rush's work was with the early sets of Magic the Gathering, as well as its general design, along the way, Rush liked to make altars and playmats and all sorts of things, a lot of which had the Black Lotus on it. Now we get to the reason why I'm talking about all of this. At LotusCon, which will be held on October 7th and 8th, Monarch Media will be auctioning off an original Christopher Rush altar. It is of a Black Lotus painted on an unglued planes. This altar is also signed by Christopher Rush, and while this isn't official tournament rules or anything, if I had this, I would totally use it as a Black Lotus, and I don't think anybody would mind, except for the fact that you're playing with an actual altar by Christopher Rush, so maybe don't do that. I don't know. It's up to you. But what you should do is go bid on it. There's already pre-bidding for this altar, link in the description down below, and the bidding is already up to $255, which sounds low, except for the fact that the event isn't happening until October, so not many eyeballs have gotten on this yet. So if this is something you want, go check it out. And the most important piece about all of this is all of the proceeds will be going to the National Alliance of Mental Illness, which is a fantastic charity, and for that alone, it's worth supporting. So go place your bids. The One Ring. Yeah, we know it's been found. Somebody in Toronto found it, went to Dave and Adams. Dave and Adams tweeted about it. Everybody expected collector booster packs to go down in price. They didn't, because you still got the serialized Sol Rings kicking around out there. So yeah, there's really, that's pretty much all there is to say about that. But this story isn't about that. It is about the One Ring, but not about how the One Ring has been found. It's about the other One Rings that you can get much more readily if you have at least 60 to 70 bucks as of time of recording. Yeah. The One Ring, despite the fact that it's in every bundle and gift bundle, is still north of $60. Why? Because it's stupid powerful. How powerful? Well, we're still figuring that out yet, but there has been a lot of discussion about whether or not it is cEDH powerful. A lot of archetypes are trying it out, and that's one of its strengths, is the fact that it's an artifact, so it can go in any deck, and in a lot of ways, it's almost pure value. I mean, it potentially is up there with Necropotence, and it has some other upsides. It's indestructible, and it gives you protection from everything the turn you cast it, and we all know in a format with 40 life, losing some life to draw some cards, hell, that's worth it in a 20 life format. And I honestly cannot see a way that the One Ring won't find a home in at least a couple of decks within the meta, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. What do you think about the One Ring? Do you think it's all hype, or do you think it's the next big thing to smash into the format? Let us know in the comments down below. Well, that about does it for today. Like, subscribe, follow me on Threads and TikTok, FDS_MTG. I'm also on Mastodon, FDS_MTG kind.social. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Go find me. Also be sure to follow Monarch Media. They're on Threads as well, Monarch Media IG. You also can follow them on Twitter, Monarch Media TW, and be sure to follow Monarch Media YT here on YouTube to keep up on all the cEDH events and news. You all have a wonderful day.